That looked like so much fun. Seeing G roller skating by himself, okay? Just took me back to those, you know, early 2000 movies where the high school kid is just lonely.
Want a date?
Yes, they got stood up on a date. G, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Okay?
I'm so lonely.
Right now we're back in the kitchen to make some more Christmas ideas. When we think of quintessential Christmas foods and flavors, few come to mind faster than gravy. Whether enjoyed over roast potatoes, vegetables, or even as is, there's place on everyone's plate for it. Our BWELL roast onion gravy is the perfect condiment to complement your festive feast. Yeah. And Ryle over here, yes, he's gonna take us through the steps to achieve the perfect Christmas gravy.
I am indeed.
We start off with the ingredients, sir.
Yes, I'm nervous because I haven't actually made a gravy before. I'm the kind of guy that gets gravy out of a packet and you just put it in the micro.
Oh, no.
So the test is on today.
The test is on. It's going to be so interesting.
Yeah, so what I believe we should do, okay, so we're going to put the onions. I've got a nice little baking tray here that we're going to use. What we're going to kind of do is just lightly sprinkle some oil on the tray so that the onions don't stick to it.
Our BWELL oil.
Yes, the hero ingredient, of course. I like to spread mine around so that I don't have to do a lot of nasty dishes afterwards. And the beautiful fact is it's also cholesterol-free. All right, it's endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation, so you can get your health on while making a beautiful gravy at the same time.
Woo! Look at you. Okay,
so what I've done is I cut the onions in half now, and I kind of just spruce them around the baking tray. This is where you can get creative.
Are those the normal onions? Because I believe you can also spice it up, perhaps if you want to use red onions or even baby onions.
I love red onions because it's got this weird, like, caramelizing sweetness to it whenever you kind of prepare that. So if you are more on the sweet side, then this is a great option for you. But what I like to do is, obviously, if you've just got normal onions at home, which I'm sure everybody has, this is where you can get creative and start putting your ingredients in. So, spices to spice up your life. All right, we've got some bay leaves, which is just great. You can just chuck it. They really spread. I don't really chop them up too much because you don't really want to eat the leaf. It's kind of just to get the flavor out of it. And then we've got some beautiful thyme over here. Thyme and again.
I like that. But can we use thyme spice instead of the actual plant?
You can. But again, I love these raw, fresh, live ingredients. It just gives that authenticity and it kind of soaks out that moisture and the flavor in the spices themselves. But of course you can. I mean, anything kind of goes at this point, as long as it's something that's going to make you and the family happy for festive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you went in with some garlic cloves.
Garlic cloves to just top it off. I mean, you can't go wrong with garlic. And that is it. Simple as that. I pop this in the oven, literally put it on 200 degrees for 30 minutes. And then fast forward into time, and it ends up looking like this.
We're done.
So you've got a nice little crisp on your onions, okay? All that flavor is now soaked into it. You can see the thyme has almost disappeared. The garlic's become a part of the onion. So now we're going to bring this thing to life. So what I'm going to do is I've got the pan, I've got a pot on low heat. Just put about a tablespoon of oil into that pan or pot, and then we're going to chuck our onions in first. Obviously they will be hot, so watch your hands. And, you're hearing that fry already. I love that sound.
The smell for me. It has to be the combination of the different raw flavors, as you've mentioned, the bay leaves, the garlic, the thyme, everything coming together just produces this beautiful aroma. Bring it my way.
Get some of that. I'm sure G would have loved this on his burger as well. So now what we're going to do is something cool. So I'm adding a few ingredients to kind of make that gravy come to life. And I know you like to celebrate and you like to keep it festive. So I've got some vino that I've added here. So I've got some vino, some wine, red wine, and some red wine vinegar, as well as stock to kind of give that meaty feel. And then we've got some flour and sugar for that sweetness, just to compensate on the fact that we don't have the red onion involved. All right. So I'm going to chuck that in there. Let's get the stock in first.
Everything in at the
it's all going in. Make sure, especially when you're putting the flour in, I know it sometimes does lump or clump up quite a bit. So especially when you're throwing the flour in, you really want to make sure that you get your stir on, just to kind of reduce the lumpiness that you could get from it.
So you suggest that we put the flour in last so that you can maintain that kind of consistency.
Yes, and get your stir on. This is where you're going to get those coals burning and earn the gravy, gal. Earn it.
Oh my gosh, earn the gravy with Ryle and get your hands on this recipe on our expressoshow.com website. And as you can see over there, at the end, we have the final product. Beautifully decorated. It looks beautifully chunky, but of course you do have the option of slicing your onions
Yes.
as fine as you want to make it. But so far, Ryle, you have done a fantastic job, my friend. I am so
simple
impressed.
as that. You just let it reduce until you've got that great consistency and you've got all the gravy to make everybody happy this festive.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you. Shout out to you.
Be well. Love, food, life.